these shows lately. He's upset. The
Really?
pro wrestling is eating good.
Oh, I thought we were. I was like, but why would he be upset about us actually getting decent wrestling? Because it's Joe. Damn, they go hard with those fucking fireworks. It looks amazing, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Shout out to the fireworks and shout out to Tori. I am, of course, joined with Afro Coming 765. I am Bly Alpha Zelmay, looking cute, looking clean, looking sexy. Afro Coming, aka Tori. How we feeling today, my guy?
You already know, your local neighborhood scumbag. Here to give the folks their daily dose of dirtbag. Same gimmick, different day, and maybe wrestling saved, folks.
Yes.
Maybe. We are on the precipice of possibly some amazing stuff going on, both WWE wise and somehow AEW wise.
Listen, what I mean by the title is pro wrestling is eating good. AEW just got a massive rumored contract. They say allegedly, $1 billion rumored contract.
We'll find out this coming Wednesday.
Which gonna make sure WWE gonna get way more than that if they get $1 billion. I'm just saying it only makes sense. That's what the market calls for. They probably gonna get two mixed in. This is gonna be almost $1 billion. But so they eating good. AEW, CM Punk appears to be coming back soon. So that's a good thing for
what
AEW.
Tony needs.
Yeah, so that's a good thing for them. Not all in is all hitting ridiculous numbers.
60K seats already sold, and you can go back and look. I'm not one. Go back, watch the older episode, folks. I said I'd be surprised if they sold 50K. They done crash pack, bruh. I'll eat, bruh. What if they sell out Wembley? I've been thinking about it. We still got a couple, little more than a month, little less than 2 months, I think.
Yeah. We gotta see how
they could sell out Wembley, 90K.
Yeah. Puerto Rico went crazy for WWE.
And think Puerto Rico was only 35 or 40K people.
Yeah. Money in the Bank appears to be sold out in London as well. So wrestling is eating good right now. The show Dynamite was good this week. I ain't said that in about 4 weeks. Tori probably said it in like 6 months.
I was gonna say it's probably been a little longer for me. Although once again, in this case, talking about Dynamite, since we got here, I caught Mox blading again in that match with fucking Kenny Omega. I caught that nigga. Once again, folks, go back. Watch when fucking Kenny Omega takes the barbed wire wrapped steel chair and he puts it on Jon Moxley's back before he does the double stomp on it. If you watch, folks, you will see Jon Moxley take the blade from his wrist tape and start at his forehead. The fucking camera guy was just a fraction of a bit too slow. If he'd have been a little bit quicker, nobody would have seen
it. Shout out to that. We actually got blood on WWE twice.
Not from razor blades, folks.
Wait. JC Jane bled last week.
Ooh.
And that's
on NXT, right?
Yes. JC Jane bled. Then Brock bled on Saturday. And now Bobby bled on Friday. So within 10 days?
Three people bleed. All hard way though.
I think two of them was on accidents.
But yeah, I was probably Bobby and Jade.
JC Jane.
JC Jane. I don't know why I said Jade. But yeah, JC Jane and Bobby were probably accidental, but that Brock shit was on purpose, yo.
Yeah, they said it was on purpose. Everybody reported it was on purpose. So
I mean, think when it happened to Finn Balor, they went in there and stopped the whole ass match. That fucking the referee in the Brock match damn near forgot to put his gloves on. Did you watch the nigga went to touch Brock and then realized and then went and put his gloves on?
Oh yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to see the picture. There you go.
Bro, I watched through Backlash again, and low key, I think I need to revise my match. I think Io and Bianca might have been match of the night. Like out of all of them,
that match was really good. But yeah, that's Jason when she started bleeding. So that was a lot. I'm like, he put Trips would be in charge. Mentor was talking about that before the show. I didn't mean to delete that.
Trips making it happen, yo.
We seeing blood on purpose. We seeing actual
wrestling
matches that people want to see.
I've also heard people talking about that it's not really so much been the blood outlawed in the WWE as it is the blade.
Oh, probably.
Which I could understand. I mean, self-mutilation is self-mutilation at the end of the day, regardless of if it's for the love of the game.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to
I
end up
think the
looking
reason,
like
also the reason they
Abdullah the
did with
Butcher.
Finn is because when that thing hit his head, he started.
Oh yeah,
like
I was gonna say Finn got split.
Yeah, so I think that might have been like that ain't even blatant. That just like busted up. You don't want to
Yeah,
leave
I was
that
gonna
too
say that
long.
was laddering. That wasn't blading. That was
Yeah, like that's gonna gush out, especially if he like take a hard hit. Oh yeah, he had to get staples. He had, well, how many staples he have? What he said?
14, I think they said.
Yeah, that's staple worthy. That's not like, oh, it's just a slight slit and then let it come out. That's
Yeah, no, that was the nigga. For lack of a better word, he busted his head to the white meat, most likely.
Yeah, because he threw that that motherfucker said.
I was gonna say that ladder cracked him, and like you saw on Edge's face when it hit too. Like I think what happened was Edge didn't expect for Finn to be moving towards him as fast as he was, so he threw the ladder hard as if he was gonna be coming at a somewhat slow moving person, and Finn was faster. And I mean, we all know force times fucking, you know, the goddamn equation.
Yeah. So like I said, wrestling was doing great this week. Let's go over let's review some of it. We went over all the things that's making wrestling great this week. First up at match, round 1 of the tournament for Smackdown side, which is still so weird.
It is very, very weird.
But we got the match we wanted, which is again a thing that led me to believe that Vince is not there. Because I've never got a match in a tournament like this. Who we won in the finals.
I thought the way they set up this tournament was weird, but if I'm gonna be honest, I kind of like if you've watched the show at all, you know I'm not the biggest fan of triple threat matches. But when you're putting on triple threat matches that have some of the best wrestlers in the world in it, it's a lot different than a random
No
triple threat match.
Omos.
As it say, think that first triple threat match, folks, as somebody was about to tell us, is Edge, Rey Mysterio, and freaking AJ Styles.
They did some.
Literally 3 Hall of Famers guaranteed. Fucking AJ is a guaranteed first ballot guy when he decides to go in. Ray and Edge are both already in the Hall of Fame. I mean, there was no way that this was going to be a bad triple threat match.
They did the head scissor spot. They did a little cool spot where where he had him by the leg. I think, and then Ray went flying, and that was an interesting spot.
Is AJ Styles a face or a heel?
I don't
know.
He feel like when he came back, he feels like it, but he fought.
It felt like it. He fights like a baby face, though. AJ fought.
He might just.
I think he's a heel. No, listen. I think he's a heel because in that Bobby Lashley match,
he is facing Seth.
He's facing Seth, but he hit the calf cruncher. He only hits the calf cruncher when he's heel.
I like the fact it's ambiguous right now.
He doesn't. So I think he might be a heel, which would make sense.
I do like the fact that he's not.
Because Seth is a baby face.
I like the fact they're not showing what he is yet. Because he don't come off as a.
But he's giving us the hints. When I saw him hit that calf crusher, bro, I was like, oh.
Even when
because that's like his heel. Because AJ's an old school wrestler. He's been around so long. He's got like a heel move set and a baby face move set.
Yeah. And when he said, "OC, handle your business," it was not, and then sat on the turnbuckle. That is not a.
That's not a babyface thing to do. Just watching your homeboys fight, the babyface would be fighting with his friends, not telling his minions what to do.
They handled their business. So they whooped the Viking Raiders.
And they had a good match. Poor Viking Raiders, bro.
But yeah, this match was incredible. The double spirit scared the far on the edge. You old as shit. Calm down. I hate when Big E does it.
Well, Big E don't do it no more. Big E don't even wrestle and wrestle no more. We're going on 2 years since Rich Holland broke Big E's neck.
Yeah, but I need a more recent SmackDown. But yeah, that match was
it was good.
It was really good. It was some spots that I know some people bring up.
But you got to remember, all of these dudes are in their 40s at this point. You know what I mean?
High 40s too, ain't it? Edge 49?
Damn, that sounds right. I know Ray's like 45, 46, and I think AJ's in his early 40s, maybe 44.
Rey Mysterio is 48.
Damn, I thought he was, I guess that's 2 years older than I thought he was. And what about AJ?
Edge is age, not Edge. Edge. Why don't y'all show me his age? Let's see where he is. Edge was born. What's the birth year? 40. He's 40. Oh, he was 43 in 2016. What is he? 40? That's 49, right?
Yep.
48, something like that. Yeah, something like that. 49. So he's that age, and AJ Styles' age. I need to make what's in my official thing.
No, it might be 51.
AJ Styles is 45.
Yeah, so, bruh, for three dudes all in their mid to late 40s, I mean, that was an amazing match. I feel like that was an amazing match for anybody. There are very few wrestlers who could fucking make a trip. Because I don't.
He's 49 because he was born in October. He'll be 50 in October.
Okay,
but he was born in 1973.
But I just think, because like I said earlier, I'm not the biggest fan of triple threat matches. I'm really not. I feel like they get sloppy too easily. That's just the old school part of me that just I enjoy a good old one-on-one or a tag team match. Somebody being able to lose their belt or lose the match without them or their partner getting pinned in one scenario, that just doesn't sit well with me. But I understand why there are triple threat matches though, but this was as good as you can do it in my opinion.
I find the second one was much better because it didn't give Sheamus the air, it gave Austin Theory. Even though you think it would protect Austin Theory, but Austin
been winning a lot. This isn't for his belt, so he can lose. If it was for his belt,
he's been winning a lot. So
I would say they need to. I don't know why we haven't leaned into the fact that this nigga beat John Cena more.
They lean into it a little bit, but not as much.
But no, not as much as they fucking should. This is the head of John Cena on his mantle. One of the best wrestlers that's ever lived.
Hey, Jelly.
Why are we not talking about this more? It just don't make no sense.
Tori about to be called a panda bear.
Yeah. Listen, in my old age, I've been compared to so many different bears. I'm like, nigga, I had one girl. Listen, nigga, you know how many memes I got in random group chats when Cocaine Bear came out? I was like, that's low hanging fruit, y'all. Y'all are just funny joke, haha, but that's low hanging fruit.
Yeah.
Shout out Cocaine Bear though. One of my favorite movies of 2023 so far.
Shout out to Jelly, support her businesses.
Yeah.
Now she nicknamed you Winnie the Pooh.
That's the original. Winnie of the Pooh was the one that I got hit back in middle school. That's the original. I've just come to terms with the fact that I'm a bear, yo.
Next we had a triple threat match between Austin Theory, Bobby Lashley, and Sheamus. It was good. It wasn't good in the first one, but I like the fact they gave him back to back. So then
I feel like it worked a lot better, though. I feel like
the spots wasn't more. It was more like hard hitting. Bobby Lashley got busted open in this.
Yeah,
he got headbutted right in the face.
Him and an Irish guy and a black guy headbutt each other in the middle of the ring.
Sounds like something in Ireland. Hey, that pot lord out there?
There's a joke.
I think you remember the pot lord incident when he was in Ireland? Yeah. Was it Sweden or Ireland?
It was Sweden.
Bobby gets the win in a very entertaining match, and I thought he should. He got the revenge on Austin Theory. The throw out.
They put the Andre the Giant Battle Royal thing on him. Freaking, they got to give him something. Yeah. I do not like that fuck. Who wants to have to carry around a fucking trophy every once in a while, bro? Vince just thought of some stupid shit.
If it was small, you could. But he drowning a gigantic trophy.
Listen, because there's two sides of the spectrum. There's that side where it's like you don't want to carry around this giant trophy, but then you've got the TK side of things. What if they make it a fucking belt like they do with the Owen Hart shit? I don't think I want that either. You shouldn't get a belt for winning a battle royal. That's why I'm so happy he stopped letting Adam Cole and Britt Baker carry them things around. That's just crazy. Hot pink belts.
He did let him stop quick. Next we had Cameron Grimes, Baron Corbin. It was a squash match.
Let's go. Cave in, done. Sad Corbin, come back to us, please.
And Cameron Grimes looked good because he just
he looked amazing.
Hey, don't forget, Baron Corbin do got a resume. Like we don't like to acknowledge.
I know, bro. We're not, bro. He was the longest reigning NXT champion for the longest time, I do believe. Yeah. And like he can't, bro.
Retired Kurt Angle, basically.
Yeah.
The last person to pin Roman Reigns.
Facts. I mean, Corbin's good, but we just
Roman
also
Reigns
have to
haven't been in
admit,
4 years since 2019.
sad Corbin was his best work.
It was. So I'm just saying for Cameron Grimes getting a win over a dude who the last person to pin Roman Reigns and well it was 4 years ago, but he pinned him last is a achievement. Next up we hear from Roman Reigns. He comes out. You realize how much over he is.
Bruh, he is the final boss. For real, for real.
And he comes out. He tells the crowd to acknowledge him.
As per usual.
And they go crazy. I'm like, okay, this is how you know your stuff.
No.
Dead crowds will react to Roman Reigns.
They're not Paul Malls. They're Mavericks. There's a difference. Shout out if Logan Paul should have chose better branding.
Roman Reigns come out, he brags about that is what mega stars get. And he walks around the ring, tell him Solo, somebody had to step. No, he didn't say Solo first. He said somebody to step up when I take a vacation. Somebody got to step up. And then he stopped, looked around. It was Solo. And then Solo whispers, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Like an insane person, like the only people to get one.
He's like, them niggas got away.
Like, basically, no one beats them. And he was like, no one beats the Bloodline, but these two got it. And then Roman like, don't worry about them, which was perfect, by the way. It was a perfect play. No, don't worry about them, Solo.
It's all killing me.
And then he said, don't worry about that. And then he was like, we have a problem. You know what the problem is? That's fine, Jilly. We just thank you for your support. I can subscribe, share, whatever. Shout out to your business. You can put it in the chat. We'll put it up. I appreciate that. That's a Sexy Red.
Let's go.
You've been those Sexy Red streams too much.
Hey, they say Sexy Red got a new snippet coming too, yo.
Not that Sexy Red, the YouTube Sexy Red.
Oh, I was thinking about the artist Sexy Red. The Pound Town chick.
Yeah, I know who you talking about. I'm talking about Sexy Red TV. That is hilarious though, but I know that toad. But yeah, he comes up, he talks, he's like, we have a problem and it's your brothers. And then he basically smushes Jimmy, who has been, by the way, Jimmy's been the most supportive. Jay be like, I got a problem, Roman. And Jimmy be like,
he's main event Jey Uso. He should have a problem.
But he ain't have one this time. Instead, Jimmy had the problem. And he's like, and I like the callback to her.
Yeah.
He said, you always laughing. You think I'm a joke? And he pushes in the face. Because Jimmy's whole thing is he laughs all the time. He's having fun.
He's always laughing. He's the fun one. Jay's the broody one. Roman's Roman, and Solo's the scary, quiet one.
Here it is right here. We can take a picture. Shout out to what's the name? But here it is. Jimmy's laughing again. Doing like, hey, man. Hey, Oos, man. We good, right? And look, Jay all in line. And then Roman like, you think I'm funny? Why you always smiling? Like it's commercial break? Do I make you laugh? Then he mushes him in the face. And I'm like, oh, it's getting good now.
Roman said, bruh. Roman, and you got to admit, at the end of that promo, he said he was dedicating it to the greatest tag team of all time, Alpha and Sika, the Wild Samoans.
And it was disrespect.
That was a banger.
Since Jill in the chat, she don't know what I'm talking about. Roman Reigns come from a family. One of them is his father. So he come from a bloodline of tag team wrestlers. Usos are known as one of the greatest tag team in the world.
They could go in the book as the best before it's all said and done. They still got some time.
Yeah, they can. And his father and which one was his father?
Alpha
and Sika. The Wild Samoans were an amazing tag team. They're known as two of the best of all time. And Roman came in and said, "We have some of the best tag teams in the history in our family, and you dedicated it to me. I'm not a tag team. I'm the greatest singles wrestler of all time."
He might be before it's all said and done. That's crazy to say, but I mean that shit.
He said, "How dare you disrespect our family?" Again, throwing it like they're against the family because he's gaslighting. Why would you dedicate it to me? You disrespect me and my family, and didn't you lose? And then Jay come up, like, give us one more chance, Roman. And then he give it to Paul Heyman, and he cussed his promo. Jay, I'm finna put it up. It's fun. But he said, the wise man has pulled all the strings. He's done a great work. And he's like, through all the talking I did, we have a tag team championship match. KO and Sami Zayn will lose too. And then you see Jay and do this.
The auto one.
And then he said, Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns. And I'm like, and Jay said, oh, no, man. That was the funniest part.
It was hilarious.
Without the mic.
Just the pure emotion in it.
Oh, no, man. And then Roman smiles in the ring thing.
Offense Sika though, man.
The Uso used to. They don't do it no more.
They used to.
I used to thought it was cool if they would have did it at WrestleMania for a cool entry.
When they got the Uso penitentiary gimmick, they quit doing the dance.
Yeah, I thought it would have been dope if they would did it at WrestleMania. They gotta do it at WrestleMania. Maybe they baby faces again. They'll do it at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I feel like that's more of a baby face thing to do.
But this
you don't want people booing like spiritual dances. Hell no.
Hey, listen. Shout out to that wrestling. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do.
There's a place. There's a place. You go. There's a place on the Indies for exactly that kind of wrestling. Listen, you go to Japan. You sign up with Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling. You can have all the candle wax matches you want with some of the most beautiful Asian women in the world.
Next up, you had Liv Morgan and Raquel versus Damage Control.
Talk about some sexy bitches. God damn. Liv and Liz, or Liv and freaking Raquel.
Dakota. But
and Pan.
Ain't much to talk about in this match. It's mostly just they're trying to set up the storyline of Damage Control finally.
Yeah, we're seeding the breakup of Damage Control. Let's get Bayley back as being in a singles amazing wrestler. And Bayley, her ass is too amazing not to win gold.
And then Bayley, and basically the setup was Bayley like, I'm like Roman Reigns, but sometimes things don't go according to plan. And then she looked at the other two, and Io was like, "What? You cost me the belt." So Io ain't feeling it, but Dakota's still all happy-go-lucky. She kind of the Jimmy Uso right now. Getting pinned and everything. Or did she get pinned?
No, Bayley got pinned.
Oh, yeah. She made a mistake again. So Bayley just taking L's, but she can't.
Bayley took the pin.
Then we had Bianca's Belair Championship celebration. And Asuka came out, and I'm like, oh, she did something.
Round two.
She did a little dance that she doing that. It was a little bit like
Bray was weird because she was in street clothes.
It was a little, I'm just saying she kind of do like she was doing hip hop. That's what she was doing. Like normally it'd be just something like this.
You felt the cultural appropriation.
Yeah, normally she do this. But this time she was like, and I'm like,
she half cranked that Soldier Boy down to the ring before she went and spread black mist into a black woman's face in her hometown. And then
Bianca, by the way, that's how you know she's a heel now because it's black instead of green.
Yep. And
Bianca was like, "Oh, girl, I see you." And then she got spit in, and she sold that spit like a psychopath.
That shit must have been pepper spray.
She sold that motherfucker.
It was, bruh. Why do they hold the camera on them so long in the back when they don't have anything back? Because they're like the dude sitting there with her in the back after she got the miss. Worthless. Why are you just sitting here telling this woman to breathe? Go get some fucking water, bro.
I did like the fact she took the water. Took the thing from her and then just sat there.
We got to do something about Bianca before they ruin her. You got to get the belt off of her.
They yelling for Io, dog. You know how much. By the way, I put in a group chat all the old Bianca NXT when she was a heel, and I'm like, this would be perfect.
I mean, I don't think we've gotten heel Bianca on the main roster yet.
No, we haven't. I'm like, I know she's Jane Cena, but you gotta turn it.
She is Jane Cena, bro. We treat her coming back to freaking Knoxville the way we treat when John Cena shows up in Boston. It's the same shit. She's really Jane Cena. When I saw that, and I was like, they did this last time they were in Tennessee. At least they didn't have Kane come out this time. But, bruh, she really is Jane Cena. She is black female John Cena.
She beats 3 people.
We have a celebration for her whenever she's in her hometown. Everyone else gets to lose when they're in their hometown. It used to be.
Yeah,
but John Cena and Bianca get fucking
celebrations,
parties. They ain't even gonna have a match.
Roman Reigns don't even get booked.
They went out there and set up giant orange and white balloon dicks.
Before we get in this, I do want to say this. It is
you saw the balloon dicks, correct? Okay, I'm just making sure. With bulbous heads.
I do want to say this. I'm seeing people compare Roman Reigns thing to like the Triple H Doom period.
Oh, the Reign of Terror.
Yeah, the Reign of Terror. Then
the Reigns of Terror.
And then I'm seeing people compare it to John Cena during that little streak he was on. And I'm like, it's nowhere near that because y'all got to remember, Roman Reigns makes everybody look good when they in the match.
Yeah.
If you remember the Reign of Terror, Triple H would
it was all getting taken away from you at that point in time. They were leaving you, they were burying niggas.
I'm talking about, man, I remember Hurricane is the most memorable one. I remember rooting for as a kid. He beat The Rock. The Rock shook his hand. The Rock like, this is the guy. Next week
I promise Triple H beat that nigga pedigree 1, 2, 3 clean.
And then walked off. Didn't even celebrate.
Bruh.
That man never got another highlight. He was never in the main event again.
He's still going into the Hall of Fame, though. They're going to put Hurricane in there.
Shoot, some of his working producer lately been crazy. But that man, and then it's not even only him. The Booker T stuff. Booker T had a good run with Stone Cold and everybody.
Yeah.
Boom, but over with.
You ran into Triple H, and then you ran into when you got Kurt Angle trying to essay your wife every other week, bro. It's just kind of hard to.
Booker T got the worst story. He got his ass be in a grocery store.
Bruh dumped milk all over him. We didn't miss the racial connotations in that. A white man dumping milk all over a black man.
And then he called the Kurt Angle story. How he's going animalistic sex. And then we had the Triple H burial. And then Vince said the N-word in front of him.
I was gonna say, Vince said the N-word. What's up, my nigga?
To John Cena right while he was there. Why did you have to put him there?
Yeah, that's always been my question. Why was Booker T for any other reason aside from just being like
he put him in the room when he said it? He's like, he ain't gonna do shit.
I was gonna say it was a house nigga moment, bruh. It was a real life house nigga moment. I was like, I'm gonna make sure I put this black guy here to witness it, just in case anyone tries to be like, this is Vince being racist, but there was a black guy in the room. So unofficially, Booker T gave Vince the N-word pass.
He looked at him saying, that's why I hope we doing a wrestling show. That's the whole goal. That's the whole goal of a wrestling show. I know some people don't know it, but we want to make it fun.
It's so ridiculous. Because, like, thinking back on that time when Vince was in control, we had these hilarious moments.
But
wrestling and storyline-wise, it was a horrible time.
It was horrible.
It was a bad time.
Well, by the way, people like, why y'all laughing? Hey, listen, Vince getting sued for this now, so it's...
Yeah, I was going to say, this is all coming back. Listen, you're talking to a man who was wishing death on Vince McMahon while he was in control, just so my wrestling would be better, okay?
The final match of SmackDown was AJ Styles versus Bobby Lashley. Amazing match.
Banger.
AJ Styles got the win clean over Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley don't lose clean often.
Nope. And now, folks, AJ Styles versus Seth Rollins at Night of Champions. That's amazing. For the new heavyweight title, I have to believe that Seth Rollins is going to win this. And then just the duality of having Roman as one champ, Seth as the other.
I got a question. Is Roman beating AJ Styles down this street?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't believe so.
That's absolutely perfect. Because he did beat Bobby.
Yeah, he did beat Bobby.
I think the last time they faced was 2020.
Oh, so he has faced him during the run then.
Hold on, no, that ain't right. That's 2016. I'm trying to look at the date.
I was gonna say if it was pre 2019, then no, he hasn't. But if it's after 2019, 2020, then yeah, he faced him during the run. The still running run. Here we are in 2023.
Yeah, I don't even
the final boss of wrestling.
I don't even see no Roman Reigns versus what's the name matches.
Well, you got it. Plus, AJ's coming off. Well, they were on different. AJ was on Raw. Roman was on SmackDown for a good portion of this, I do believe.
Yeah, AJ Styles did face Brock Lesnar though.
Yeah, but Brock was on Raw too.
I don't think he's faced him on this run.
Well,
so two people that Roman has not beat
going for the belt. It works out perfect. That's Triple H.
Because he did beat Bobby.
That's the kind of nuance that Vince wouldn't look at.
He did beat Bobby. He did beat Sheamus.
I mean, I don't think we need to argue credentials for either gentleman in this match.
I'm just saying it's perfect because he has beaten all the people in this match.
Seth Rollins was the wrestler of the year last year with a 76% loss rate. That's how fucking good he is. Come on.
Yeah, so this is actually perfect because no matter what, now it's 100% secure that Roman is not a second.
Yeah, Roman is not getting this new singles belt. Hallelujah! But he might take two. If Roman gets both tag belts after all of this, I don't even know what to say. You can't beat Roman Reigns. I'm sorry to tell you. Roman Reigns, he's head of the table. You need to watch out now that you said that. He could be standing outside your door right now with a fucking gun.
You gotta acknowledge me.
I was gonna say you got to acknowledge him.
Acknowledge me, or his fans will. His fans will swarm your YouTube channel. Hey, I seen him do on TikTok get harassed by Roman Reigns. Then he had to make an apology video.
He's ahead of the table, bro.
Dude, they harassing TikTok until he acknowledged it.
It's just better for you if you do.
Acknowledge him. Roman Reigns got a stand fan base.
He really does. But he earned it, bro.
What? Hot wax in the gas, man.
That might be able to get it done.
I ain't gonna lie, you ain't the only woman that probably wants to do that to Roman Reigns. My timeline be thirsty, boy. I be like, I gotta stop following y'all. The same thing when the Super Bowl happened. Jalen Hurts come out. They be looking crazy. I'm like, yo, get y'all thirsty ass. Ain't you got a husband?
Do you think Tony Khan's gonna commit to an actual brand split for his?
They said he wasn't. They just said they not gonna be on the same show.
He's missing out on so much money, bruh.
I felt it. I appreciate it.
He is missing out on so much money not giving us CM Punk versus freaking Kenny Omega.
Let's quickly go over some other stuff. We had let's go over Dynamite. We had the ROH champion Claudio versus ROH tag champion Ray Phoenix. Claudio won. Pretty good match.
It was decent. I mean, two amazing guys. Ray Phoenix, one half of the Lucha Brothers, one of the best high-flying luchador in the world today.
When does MJF wrestle? When the next?
When he feels like it, nigga, because he's a world champion. What the fuck do you mean?
I don't care what nobody said. AEW fans cannot yell.
No, but I love it. It works for his character so well, though.
I think it worked for both characters.
Roman wrestles a little bit more than MJF does. Just a little bit.
But that's not playing like. That's where y'all champion don't never wrestle. I'm like, your champion wrestled half as much since he.
I was to say
Roman Reigns been took off a whole month not being on TV. He's wrestling like next week.
Look, this nigga got to pop on Friday just for showing up to work. They're like, oh, this nigga showed up to work. Yeah, we're so happy. Literally.
And then like, you know what? Y'all acknowledge me.
And the thing is,
I'll wrestle next Saturday.
Listen, if we go back and look at the quarterly breakdowns on Friday Night SmackDown, you will see a viewership spike in the Roman Reigns segments. Guaranteed.
Anyway,
Tony, on the other hand, don't get me started on his ratings.
And Roman Reigns will go to y'all acknowledge me. I'll wrestle next Saturday. Y'all happy? So now he's wrestling in Saudi Arabia.
He's like, oh, I'll go out to Saudi Arabia for you guys. Got to get in on. You got to get in on the blood money.
He's wrestled 3 times, and he took a month off since MJF wrestled.
I was about to say, bro. I mean, he wrestled at WrestleMania, and then when's he wrestled since? He hasn't really.
He was supposed to have a match, but then Brock Lesnar just beat the shit.
Yeah, I was going to say Brock Lesnar ended up beating
he wrestled twice since MJF had a match.
Yeah, literally, like I said, the last time he actually wrestled was WrestleMania when he wrestled Cody.
Next up, we had the FTR. They making their way to the ring. The Mark Briscoe segment.
It's so weird. They could be using Mark Briscoe in such a different way because he had the tragedy. He had such potential to where they could have made him an actual singles star, but they might have missed it trying to lump him in with Sanjay Dutt and Jay Lethal. And I love Jay Lethal. I hate to say that, but Sanjay Dutt and Satnam Singh are freaking bland to me.
Yeah. Then we got the Chris Jericho interview. I kind of tuned up, didn't you? But then I saw Miro on TV. I don't know what he said. I just caught the end of it because I tuned out because Chris Jericho was on my TV, so I stopped paying attention. But then I saw the end, so I don't even remember what Miro said. What did he say to her? Because I don't
know. I was still talking. You told me Miro was on.
Oh yeah, remember? I did. I thought you were gonna watch.
I know. I started watching it, and then I didn't go back and care about. I didn't care about the beginning. I watched the clips of the matches. I didn't go back and watch the promos.
Chris Jericho showed up. I stopped paying attention. Then I saw Miro, so I missed what he said. But I saw him, and I got excited and put in the group chat that Miro's back. I don't know what he said, but Chris Jericho is a TV turner for me at this point. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, Hall of Fame legend. TV turner at Tuesday.
True.
What's next? We had Daniel Garcia versus Orange Cassidy match.
Orange Cassidy.
Shout out to
the international champion.
Daniel Garcia, I don't know what his role is.
Bruh, Daniel Garcia has illicit pictures of somebody high up at AEW, and he just gets booked wherever he wants, whenever he wants.
Cassidy always put on a good match, though.
Yeah, but you got to remember, Orange Cassidy will forever be booked. Tony dressed up as this nigga for Halloween one year, bro.
It's the little kid supposed to do it.
He literally, no, it's one thing, little kids. Tony is the owner of the company. What would you do if you saw Vince McMahon dressed up as The Rock or Stone Cold? Vince McMahon dressed up as The Undertaker on fucking Halloween.
Didn't he dress up as somebody before? But it was for a show and to make fun of him?
No, I remember when DX did blackface to be The Rock, though. Shout out D-Generation X, good old Shawn Michaels and Trips.
Yeah, that's that era. People don't remember how flagrant them two were.
Hey,
people think the second interaction
people forget John Cena was racist as shit. Multiple times, whenever I see an old John Cena rap that's full of racial stereotypes, I make sure to put it in the group chat just so niggas remember. And I love John Cena.
First iteration of DX was way more flagrant than the second.
Yeah, but when it was just Shawn, Chyna, Triple H, and Rick Rude.
Yeah, they were flagrant.
Rick Rude, just a random big nigga in a suit.
The second was more marketing wise when Triple H took over.
Hold on. X-Pac, Road Dogg, and Billy James, all three of them niggas Hall of Famers. Yeah. And they did good work. I like the New Age Outlaws run as tag champions.
Oh, I liked it. I loved it. I'm just giving a different. DX, the first iteration of DX was just flagrant. Like these niggas almost got canceled.
Well, they were.
Triple H tell you the story that Vince was so mad that he like y'all gonna get me kicked off television.
Yeah,
they were flagrant. They wore blackface. They put shit on.
Well, think they had bitches pulling out their titties in the live tapings and shit. Like this shit's going on. This shit's going on Fox and USA, bro. Bitches can't have their titties out.
Triple H, and then he made the cameraman turn it on.
I was going to say he literally guided the cameraman to them.
I'm like, dude, they were flagrant.
R.I.P. Jerry Springer, yo.
Yeah, but they were flagrant. But the second iteration was more marketing and catchphrases style
No,
stuff.
you're thinking the third iteration because they were still pretty flagrant when you
I was
added
like,
in badass.
was they flagrant as the first one?
When they first added in X Pac, freaking when they first added in X Pac, Road Dogg, and Billy Gunn, yeah, because think the third time when they came back, that's when Sean came back and found God and everything. You know what I mean? So he wouldn't cuss anymore, and it was at the tail end of Ruthless Aggression, like 2005, 2006, when it was
I'm
just
5'9". I'm
because
actually
when freaking because it was when Billy and Road Dogg left the company because they were in Impact as the Voodoo Kin Mafia at the time.
Impact had some interesting. You remember Ken Shamrock? Ken Shamrock was the first champion of TNA Impact, right?
Was he? I believe you if you say it because you're always good with the weird random historical trivia. So if you say that, I'm inclined to believe you.
First TNA champion. I think he was. It wasn't Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett was second.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah,
Good
Ken
old
Shamrock
Scrap
was the
That.
first TNA champion when the company was still using NWA titles.
Oh,
I think Jeff Jarrett was Jeff Jarrett second.
I want to know what kind of magic freaking TK's working, bro. If I'm being completely, how do you get? You tell me, Zelme, how are you almost selling out Wembley Stadium? Warner Brothers wants to sign a alleged $1 billion deal with you, and you're barely cracking 700K in certain quarters now. 690 something, I believe, was what they got in one quarter in last week's. I don't know if we have the ratings for last night. Well, for 2 nights ago's Dynamite. But last week's Dynamite, like I said, there's no reason to show that used to regularly bring in a million a night should be bringing in 670, 700. That's NXT numbers, damn near, isn't it? 690, high sixes.
Yeah, it's about mid sixes for
So
NXT.
they're just barely above NXT numbers. Like in this, remember they made them. You made them switch channels, Tony, and now you can barely keep up in the ratings. But
Yeah,
somehow you're signing $1 billion deals and almost sold out Wembley Stadium. I don't understand. The
I guess.
hater part of me wants to say Tony Khan's bought a good portion of these tickets. I know that he hasn't, but the hater part of me, because bruh, if they sell out Wembley, it's
With no
all in.
matches
It's
announced.
it's all in all over again. It's that crowdfunding. We're going against Vince mentality, but on a way bigger scale. And I
How
mean,
much
I'm gonna.
how much are their tickets?
I don't know. Probably a couple £100,
Let's see how much they are.
depending on. I don't know how because Wembley's a tennis stadium, and I know they say at max. I think they said at max capacity it holds 90K.
I think SummerSlam went to London and did 90,000 there. Went to
And then WrestleMania,
88,000, something like that. I forgot which one.
yeah. Either way, Vince bucked the numbers, whatever it was. He had a couple thousand on.
He might not need it then. That SummerSlam was huge. It was
Yeah,
96 or something. What's
I'm surprised they
what's
didn't
this guy like
inflate
AEW?
Backlash's numbers
All Elite Wrestling. Let's see how much these tickets are.
for All In too.
What day? What's All In date?
I think it's in August.
Forbidden Door is $48 for the lowest set tickets. Do I not have the tickets up? I guess they might. They
They
don't have
might,
them.
they might. If they no, Tony'd be gloating if they sold out already.
Let's see.
Are you looking on SeatGeek?
Nah, I'm looking right now. I'm just trying to see.
SeatGeek hit us with the ad.
These tickets not really that expensive.
Well, no, AEW tickets never are, but
I'm trying to see
you gotta think it's a different. We can't compare like their ticket prices to what people are paying for WWE ticket prices. Even though I'm sure they have like the autographing bundles and shit like that, but
yeah, all WWE tickets over $50+. They got some $7 tickets advertising. So yeah, they can 100% sell out. And that's not me hating. It just Tori want to know. I'm like, yeah, if you London been hungry for wrestling, it's not like expensive.
Well, I know London, but I know the UK likes wrestling though. I mean, look at all the amazing wrestlers that have came out of
and
Europe.
they know Will Ospreay gonna wrestle that. We all know.
Yeah. Yo, Will Ospreay is about to wrestle Shingo Takagi in Rev Pro, bruh. That shit's gonna be a slapper.
You gotta send me the link whenever. So,
but yeah, we know that the UK is big on live events because they don't get them as regularly as we do here in the States. So, but man, why aren't all these but think that
we don't really get the numbers for UK. So.
Yeah, but think with the freaking they've sold 60,000 tickets. Last week, their lowest rating was 600,000. That means literally 10% of your fucking audience watching on TV is about to show up at the show. Like that don't make no, bruh.
Well, that's just you. That's just US though. You gotta understand.
I know, but that you feel like they'd be talking about it if the ratings for the other countries were much better though, because all we're talking about is how
we are American. We are American. America don't give a fuck about no other country.
That's true. I don't give a fuck. But they gotta, bro. You gotta pay a licensing tax on TV in the UK. Fuck out of here, bro. I ain't paying for no shit that you're beaming in for free. You're smoking crack.
Next up, we got Tony Schiavone. Speaking with Christian Cage. Christian Cage is.
I got a bone to pick with fucking Tony Schiavone. Think back to last week. Why are we letting Tony Schiavone just talk crazy to MJF? Like he told him to piss off and like I was just thinking.
Imagine if he would say that to Roman Reigns,
bruh. Roman wouldn't have done nothing. Tony would have got hit with the Samoan spike from Solo.
He'd be out of work for like months.
I would say Tony gonna have to call it with his double ear. Tony's 60 something. Got the double hoop earring. Wife yeah, that's why the black eye really got there. She didn't say baby after he said Adam Cole. Andy felt like she was spending too much time with Tony Schiavone.
Christian Cage had a good promo. Luchasaurus is just there.
Hey, Christian Cage versus Wardlow. I can't believe how they dropped. I'm glad you said that because I was just about to say I don't understand how they dropped the ball so hard with Wardlow because he was over at a point in time, bruh.
Because he was MJF really and he was powerbombing everybody finally.
But think that whole little stretch after him and MJF broke up when he helped CM Punk beat MJF, when he gave him the Dynamite ring and the dog collar match. Freaking, he was over for a couple months after that, and Tony put the TNT Championship on him and then took it off of him for Samoa Joe, and then they did the weird tag team, the War Joe bullshit that didn't get over. And then we put the belt on Powerhouse Hobb and wasted it with QT Marshall to give it back to Wardlow. It's just pointless.
A lot of people were wasted in that storyline. Next up, we got Anna Jay and Julia Hart.
They're going to be wasting any storyline that QT Marshall's in.
Anna Jay was hot for a few weeks, and now I don't think we care about it no more.
I think, I want to give props, though. Julia Hart has gotten so much better in the ring from when we first saw her in the Varsity Blondes on freaking AEW Dark and Elevation when she was with them. I think she's fell into the whole House of Black gimmick. Some people dig it, some people don't. But anytime there's a sexy white girl dressed in all black, I'm here for it. She's gotten a lot better in the ring, yo. A whole lot better. She's no freaking Sasha Banks or anything, but she can go.
We did see Thunder Rosa in the back too. So
I did. We're getting some of the good female wrestlers back in the mix, even though Tony should still cut his losses and get rid of the women's division.
Now they got 3 shows. They got it.
They're still not going to have enough. What they're going to give okay. Listen, if they just decide to give all of Rampage that whole hour to women and then keep them off of the 2 hours on Saturday and Wednesday, I'll be okay with it. Put the women on Friday after SmackDown. Leave your other 2 shows for your actual big name talent. Your freaking drawing talent that are actually bumping up your ratings some if you're not going to do the smart thing and give us Kenny Omega versus CM Punk.
Then we actually have a good match. I love this match.
I honestly thought that you would.
Best friends and
Best
Bandito
amigos.
versus
Best amigos.
Best Amigos and Bandito versus House of Black. I actually love this match. I ain't gonna lie.
It was good. I think the House of Black have fallen into their trio, the way they wrestled in trios, super well. Like they found the flow, and they're way better trios champions than the Elite were.
100%. Jungle Boy, Jack Perry, and they all talked about the Four Pillars match, which for some reason I do not care about. I'm like, you kind of made the Four Pillars irrelevant to me.
We forgot to. They did retain. House of Black did win
the House
that match. Dante's Inferno for the W.
Really good
match. I think Chuck Taylor ate the pin. I do believe.
Chuck Taylor.
Not the game.
Hey, that Four Pillars match, I do not care for.
Bruh,
I'm like, MJF has to win. You can't put that on nobody else. Who else you gonna put it on?
But think if they were just concise and you got to keep the belt on MJF. What do you mean?
That's what I mean. It's so obvious.
But do you know what would have been a more compelling match that they should? I think they could have actually hit a home run with. Run back Darby and freaking MJF again. Because that last just Darby versus MJF, I think that would have got you over way more on the pay-per-view. I think it would have been an amazing match. It would have gave Darby some redemption from the last match they had where MJF cheated. He knocked him out with the ring, beat him with the headlock takeover. I don't know if people forgot that storyline or not, but I remembered it because I liked it. But so you could have actually showed him. I still think that freaking MJF would need to retain, but I think it would have been a way better match than what this Four Pillars match is going to be.
I'm sorry, you put Jungle Boy as your champion. I'm promising people turning TV.
No, bruh.
No offense to him, but he ain't been built up at all.
He ain't no Luke.
Sammy Guevara is actually
Luke Perry, which is Jungle Boy's dad, but
Sammy Guevara is not even liked, and I'm not talking about like heel like Dom. He's just not liked.
Hey, Sammy Guevara damn near had X-Pac heat there for a second.
Yeah, I think he's still kind of. No, it's kind of irrelevant now. Like people don't.
No, he can wrestle.
Oh, he amazing. I'm just talking about for people caring about him.
Oh yeah, no, bruh, he just. I don't know. He's pegged himself in as a background guy. He is just.
MJF treated him like a background guy.
Well, MJF tried to look at it. Sammy and MJF both at one point were with Chris Jericho.
He done botches.
Yeah, but remember they were both with Chris Jericho. Fucking MJF was doing musicals for a certain point in time in fucking AEW there in the early pandemic era. And fucking, what do you expect? It's so crazy because MJF then had this trajectory. He got away from Jericho. He had the amazing fucking trilogy or set of matches with Punk. Did we get a 3? No, we set up for the third match with Punk and then Brawl Out happened, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we still, hopefully, with Punk getting back, we get that third MJF match. But it's crazy because MJF got away from Jericho and became the world champion. And Sammy tried to get away from Jericho, became the TNT title, then got sucked back into the JAS bullshit. And now he's one in this Four Pillars 4-way that no one really cares about.
I like how everybody acknowledges, even what's his name?
That Britt Baker should be the fourth pillar.
No, I'm like everybody acknowledge that Chris. Everybody like Chris Jericho. I'm not finna get in your clout suckage.
Think, bro. He got a 10-year deal out of Tony. He's gonna be trying to suck. Look at Action Andretti. Everyone was like, "Oh, Jericho's such a good guy. He let Action Andretti get a win. We ain't heard about Action Andretti since he
I don't watch RH. I'm sorry, I'm not paying attention.
You see what I'm saying? Like, Jericho is a literal clout vampire in the wrestling world. And MJF got away, and look what he did. He went on, 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 he went to become the world champion. And the bidding war 2024 is still a real thing in my mind. Especially if Endeavor's involved now, because that's a lot more capital.
Yeah, they call it Will Inc. now.
Oh, you say Whale Inc.?
Will's Inc. Something like that. I think that's the rumored name that's going around for it. Because they're supposed to sign their name over when they combine. Because it's about to be official in like a month or so. Main events can be fired in a month.
Fingers crossed.
Oh,
give him the 175% severance pay, goddammit. Just send his old ass home. His time passed. Triple H was doing just fine.
I'm looking at Endeavor Holding. I'm looking at the name right now. But while I'm looking at the names, the steel cage match, John Moxley, Ken Omega, I did like Don Callis thing.
Even you liked the Don Callis swerve at the end. I thought it was kind of pointless. Why has Don Callis betrayed Kenny Omega? So maybe you can explain it to me.
It looked like he's been trying to clout off some younger dudes lately.
I just don't
like Takesha. He's been around more than them. I think he's like, I built you, and I think that's the storyline. It kind of gave you the story. Tony ain't good at telling you a storyline, so it's like implied that you know this thing, even though most people won't pay attention to it. And by the way, the only reason I know it is because a TikToker showed that Don Callis been like cozying up to all these people. So it took like a TikTok detective to figure out this storyline for me because I would not get it. I'm like, okay, I get it. I see what you're doing.
Not in the Bray Wyatt way, folks.
It's not interesting at all. He just randomly around younger people. It's like, you're gonna be the next big thing over and over again.
But it was a good match. Like I said,
he gotta find a younger talent to be with though.
But I'm me, so of course I managed to, like I said, you can see where John Moxley uses that goddamn razor blade to get some juice because he's addicted to bleeding in the ring. He gave up alcohol and picked up blading as his new addiction.
Here it is. Shout out to comicbook.com. A new placeholder company has been created by Endeavor as the WWE acquisition moves along, and the WWE and UFC will live under a new LLC named New Well Inc. This comes from corporate filings with the SEC, PW Insider, and the filing also states, well, that means it's true, because I don't think he'll lie about an SEC file. And you can publicly look it up. It ain't hard.
Before we move off of the AEW match, though, you know what I realized? I think John Moxley might be the first person to get saved from the one-winged angel at one time or another by multiple times. Because
I hate the screwdriver thing. I hate the screwdriver stuff.
Yeah, I thought the screwdriver was blah. Because, like, Don sold it the right way, like the way to do it, but it looked kind of phony.
I'm just gonna be honest with you. Stabbing somebody with a screwdriver and it's not in like a hole is kind of pointless.
Yeah.
It's like a screwdriver is flat, so all they'll do is like pinch. Unless you hit them, you gotta hit them like.
Well, you gotta think they're using a flathead. They're using a flathead screwdriver. So I mean,
that's what I'm saying. So you have to do it in like a throat where you can like punch it. Like if you screwdriver me in the head, I'm gonna be like, what?
But you gotta think it's basically it's basically like the same premise of Abdullah the Butcher with the fork. You're not actually. It looks striking, but it's not actually slicing.
I think a fork had pointed ends, though. It
worked. Well, no, but it didn't get you crazy because of the way Abdullah held the fork, though. He'd hold it up by the head with the tines, so there was only so much of it fucking sticking out. It's not like he was stabbing you with the full force of the fork.
I'm just saying, as a carpenter, I know you stab me with a foot. I'm gonna get up and beat your ass. Like, what the fuck you hit me with?
Hey, Abdullah the Butcher.
You better off hitting me with the heavy side and trying to give me in a temple and better than knocking me out.
Believe it or not, I've seen multiple people get stabbed by a fork before, though. You'd be surprised how many people are
fork. I'm talking about a flathead screwdriver.
Oh, yeah. A screwdriver is wild. Trying to stab somebody with a screwdriver is crazy. But Daniel Bryan is also riding around in a sleeveless hoodie. So, dude, best wrestler in the world wearing a sleeveless hoodie with a flathead screwdriver in his hand. I don't really want to fuck with him either way. How long before he puts somebody in a label lock with the screwdriver in their mouth? Because you know that's coming.
Like, you have to, stab him in the throat. You can't, stab him with a screwdriver in there.
Zelme, They can't go around stabbing people in the throat with screwdrivers, bro.
Man, stab fruit store working with a screwdriver. Look, none of these people dying. Unless
Well, don't matter. You don't want anyone to die. It's not CZW or GCW. Like,
oh, I saw some nasty stuff from there. I saw a dude like his arm got cut off and it was just hanging off. I'm like, why do y'all do this?
never forget CZW had that match where the dude put a fucking giant dildo on the chair and then gave the dude a freaking the sit out slam on that chair. Crucial.
I saw that too.
That's a wild clip, yo. I think that happened in CZW. I feel like it was a very CZW
But other than that,
thing
I
to
liked the
do.
match. The screwdriver thing was weird. I do
Yeah.
like the fear. I like it on the pole where you like your eye can accidentally go into it. Because if it hit you now, yo, done.
Or if you use it, like I said, if you use it in like a submission way, like because Brian Danielson's finisher, the LeBell Lock, is basically just a modified crossface. So you could see, like when Edge was using the ring bars
Yeah,
to,
I
I mean,
don't
not
mind
the
that.
ring bars, but the bars from the steel chairs to do the Glasgow smile thing
Oh yeah.
against Roman. You can do that with the screwdriver.
Let's finish up. Let's do it. Tiffany Stratton versus Gigi Dolan. They were amazing. Tiffany Stratton wins. Of course, she's the future star. The
She's
dyad,
sexy as hell. Tiffany
sure.
Stratton is
We
hard
had
10. I ain't even gonna lie, in my opinion. Bruh.
she ain't top 5 milk like Isla Dawn.
No, I think Tiffany's better. No, I would done something, bro. Her and Alba Fire, bro. Put me in that triple threat match any time of the day.
Top 5
I
milk
am
right now.
prepared.
Dyad versus Gallus. Pretty good match. Gallus wins.
I've
After
been.
Ivy
I
now
watched some
knocked out
clips of
Abel.
I've watched some clips of Gallus, and I like them. I like them.
They're a rough, tough team. You got Javier Bernal versus Duke Hudson.
They're
I
like a
didn't.
really big, grizzled young veterans, kind of,
Yeah,
in
they
their
like.
style, not
Yeah.
in the way they look.
For some reason, Von Wagner's still on NXT because you're afraid he can go any show.
Anyway,
He really meant it because he's on NXT still. Eddie Thorpe versus that match was okay. It's new people getting to know with Duke Hudson. They ain't
I
really
heard,
quite done.
I heard your boy, what's his name, Trick. I heard he actually did half decent in the match with
Oh,
Braun Breaker.
it was impressive. Normally, I just like I like Trick on like being the hype man because he's
Every
funny.
time I've seen him in the ring, it's been atrocious.
Oh, he ain't been good this week. He put on
But
a good
I
one.
heard and I saw a little bit. I saw some clips from the match with Braun Breaker, and I was like, "Let's go, improvement. I'm here for it."
Eddie Thorpe and Damon Kemp had a good one. Eddie Thorpe won.
Have we
Yep.
seen any more of William Regal's son?
He didn't. He went on this week. He was on a few
No.
weeks ago.
What's
He
his
was
name? Charlie something, isn't it?
Dempsey.
Charlie Dempsey. That's it. He looks just like
He with
fucking
Drew
William
Gulak,
Regal.
so they together.
Ooh, that could actually be a good
Yeah.
combo. I like that.
We had Dijak versus Ilya in a interesting way to he in a fall basically.
Hold on. Did Ilya win or did Ilya lose?
He got
Oh, it
either
was a
one by
disqualification, wasn't it?
yeah. He held him down for like 10 seconds with the
I
step.
saw a random picture with Ilya with the steel steps on his neck
Oh, he
for
did.
some
I'm my
reason.
bad. Charlie Dempsey did wrestle too. He fought Tyler Bate.
Ooh.
He
Did he
won.
lose? Oh, he won? He beat Tyler Bate?
Yeah, it
Fuck
looking like
yeah.
Charlie Dempsey and Joey Gacy and them gonna go for Wesley's North
I,
American title.
I like Joe Gacy, bruh.
He can wrestle. I'm glad they got away from the spooky stuff now and they more normal.
That's good. I mean, they should just let grizzled young veterans be grizzled young veterans again, man.
Braun Breaker cut an amazing promo.
I like what I've seen of heel Braun Breaker, bro.
He
I
was like,
like it a lot.
he said, "What changed?" He said, "Ain't nothing changed. I just don't care no more. They got their boy Mello. That's fine. I'm not mad at it, but don't expect me to care when y'all boo me." And now, you know what? You interviewing me. I didn't ask you to come in here. Then he went out there and said, "Let me tell y'all this." Matter of fact, he made sure he put emphasis on this when he said it. He said, Mello, look at me. I'm gonna put your best friend Trick in the same hospital. He make sure that I like Triple H and Charlie now. He making sure he put emphasis on hospital. I'm like, why you saying hospital so
hard? I was gonna
say as I put you in, and then I'm like, I love this. I love him.
But I saw Trick do like a little handover cartwheel into a Uranagi. I was like, that's fancy. That's fancy, sir. I'm not gonna lie.
Surprising match: Josh Briggs and Brooke Jensen.
The Days of Our Lives crew. Fuck that is.
They in that little Days of Our Lives skit with Kiana James before she got out of it. And Hank Waller versus Tank Ledger. Hank Waller and Tank Ledger are two new dudes who was security guard.
Hank Waller is a crazy ass name. Is he a hillbilly?
Dude can wrestle his ass off to her. I'm like, this like
his second match. Is he related to Grayson Waller?
Walker.
Oh, Hank Walker. I was like,
and
they got
Tank
two
Legend.
Waller?
Tank Legend.
Tank Legend?
Ledger. LDE.
Oh, Tank. You know you got the Mississippi accent, so it'll be throwing me off sometimes, yeah.
Tank Ledger can.
Tank Ledger?
Ledger, yeah.
Tank
he
Ledger.
Can wrestle. That's a big boy to her. So his tooth
tipped in the ring. Any nigga named Tank, I expect him to be huge. I ain't gonna lie. Pause.
Hank lost the match, but Tank did a move on dude. His tooth
Hank
broke.
Versus Tank? What the fuck?
No, they're on the same team. Hank and Tank on the.
Hank and Tank are on the same team. Okay.
Versus Josh Briggs and Brooke Jensen. They are part of that little Kiana James storyline. Tank in the middle did a move, got his tooth kicked out on the pin. He spit the tooth out I'm like, that's kind of badass. I ain't gonna lie.
Wait, who just lost a tooth and then quit? We talked about somebody. Oh no, they had bare knuckle. You've heard of bare knuckle boxing, correct?
Yeah.
They had Luke Rockhold, the ex-UFC fighter. Him and another ex-UFC fighter. I can't remember the other. But they got in a fight. They did the bare knuckle fighting, and Luke Rockhold got one of his teeth knocked out. This nigga quit mid-match. As soon as one of his teeth got knocked out, he's like, I'm done. I'm not doing this. I was like, damn, nigga, you fought in the UFC forever, and fucking you get bare knuckle and fucking you lose a tooth, and now you done mid-match. You ain't even gonna finish the fight. But I think it's probably because he couldn't. I don't know if you can. I don't know the rules like that, so I don't know if they can like shoot a takedown, or if it's just actual like hands up. But yeah, I don't. You said tooth, and it made me think about that. Was it a legit? You think he legit lost the tooth, or was it kayfabe?
No, he lost.
Oh hell yeah! Let's go. Bring back manly men to wrestling.
He spit it out like mid-pin, and I thought, I'm like, that's dope.
Well, WWE got the killer dental plan anyways. Niggas saw Roman's teeth. We saw Roman. Roman got the teeth change, and
so Raw had the match with Seth Rollins when it was pretty good. And that's the show this week. That's how we describe Raw every week.
Raw is slowly getting better, but it's just, man, 3 hours.
I felt like it could have been great if it was 2 hours. This is like the one time I felt in a long time. Normally, I'm like, Raw just boring in general.
But it could get new life with there finally being a main card, if you would, a top of the card title back on Raw. I feel like it could change because like Seth Rollins, we like seeing Seth Rollins against anybody, and if anyone you're gonna make a champion that you want to see wrestle all the time, Seth Rollins that nigga for me. I watch Seth Rollins wrestle at any point in time and enjoy it.
Yeah. So, what can they find you?
AfroCommy765 on everything. Of course, here on Overall 99 Media, being an Overall 99 scumbag. Casual conversations on Wednesday on the Overall 99 Entertainment channel. Of course, if you're here, then you already know Just a Fan Wrestling. It's every Friday, 10:30 after Smackdown. You know the vibe. Something flagrant, something inflammatory.
And I'm your host. I didn't even have the stuff up. Tip me. I'm just joking. Y'all ain't got to unless you want
Grift mode.
Yeah, we got to get us professional mics. You know what I mean? Yeah, you said tip here. Oh, you don't want to tip? Here's some merch. Go get the merch. Then you get something for it. I feel it. And here's the social medias that we ain't showed all show. We'll get through one of them. Let it get through one. While it's getting through one, Tor, you think they know who we are yet?
If not, eventually they will.
But until then, it's...
Who are these niggas?